What is happening, guys? Mike here. Welcome back to the channel for an all-new product review. Today we got a highly requested clay to look at from Templeton Tonics. This brand has been just killing it this past year, and today we're going to see if they continued this trend with their latest release, the Oasis clay. Alright, once again, welcome back to the channel. Before we get rolling on this review, I want to highlight two things here real quick. One, I will have a subscriber spotlight at the end of this video. Remember, I have been featuring them on every product review video. Some of you have been missing them, I think, and then asking, commenting, emailing, things like that, asking me where they've been. And they've been at the end of every review, so if you've been missing them, they are there. There's going to be one at the end of today's review, so finish the video. There's still stuff there. And secondly, I wanted to just let you guys know that my wardrobe today, this nice little jacket shirt combo, was provided today by Trendy Butler. This is an unpaid feature. I'm not getting paid to feature them. I'm just a fan of their boxes. I just really enjoy their service and their boxes because it gets me something to wear in these videos besides Hurley t-shirts. I love those, but I also enjoy once in a while having a nice outfit, and they provide that to me every month to feature to you guys. And if you'd like more information on how you can get a hand-picked outfit sent right to your door and a discount on said outfit, there is a link and a code right down there in the description for you guys to check out. This month was awesome. This jacket and shirt, it fits really well. I was just really happy with it, so I wanted to share that with you awesome people here today. But we are going to be talking about Oasis, so let's shift our focus back over to that. Like I said earlier, this is the newest release from Templeton Tonics, and I actually recently got to meet Chris Templeton, the guy behind this brand, during my trip to Lockhartland. It was a lot of fun. I mean, seriously, it was the best time. It was just the three of us, me, Chris, Steve Lockhart. We were just kicking back, shooting the breeze, shooting some content, brewing some products, wrecking my drone. That actually happened. That was a fun day. But as far as Oasis goes, I had a ton of requests for a review on this product, and I expected that after the response that came in over the Black Kraken clay. You guys remember that? A lot of response came over that, and somewhere in there Oasis was announced but not yet fully released, and then word got out after that that Oasis was somehow going to be based on the Black Kraken. It was obviously not going to be the same, but nobody really knew what the final word on that was going to be until it was actually released, and then I think some people were still kind of confused over that. But hopefully today I'll be able to help everybody out, give you guys all the details, squash some rumors even maybe. I'm gonna give you guys everything that I have, of course. Let's get started. According to the brand, Oasis is a matte finish, high volume styling clay that offers a resilient, high textured style with a firm hold. It also features a super easy scoop and creamy consistency that also nourishes the hair through great ingredients like broccoli seed oil, shea butter, and hemp seed oil. Looking inside the jar here, we're met with a similar look that we saw with the Black Kraken, with one major difference that's pretty evident right away, and that's the lack of activated charcoal. This is not present inside this clay, but it still scoops out pretty much like what we saw there. And it's actually quite peculiar if you ask me. This scoop, when it comes out, it feels solid, like more like a solid when it comes out, but then it immediately feels liquid when you apply pressure to it. I mean, it actually feels almost watery when you're moving it around. It's pretty cool, but moving it around the hand reveals some serious tack too, and some great dryness, which really to me gives a great preview of how it's going to work in my hair. Now, real quick, let's talk about that scoop and the consistency of the product. When it first came out and shortly after, I did see some folks discussing a possible discrepancy regarding the consistency of the product. I'm not fully sure about all the details surrounding this. What I think was going on was that some people were getting ones that looked like what I just showed you, and others were getting ones that were actually kind of thicker in the scoop, and I have one of those here too. I have the ones, the thicker batch that they're calling it now. And actually I got this first. This is the first one, and then people started asking me about and Chris even brought it up to me while we were hanging out. And just so everyone knows as well, the brand, Chris, also replaced all of those that requested replacements, or everyone that said they had the issue. Chris Templeton actually replaced each jar. So for me, that's awesome. There's really no controversy there because sometimes this happens with homebrew products. And now that we got that out the way, let's take a look at what this product actually does in the hair. That's what everybody wants to see, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at it now. We're starting here with freshly clean and fully blow-dried hair. I'm going to add in here one good-sized scoop. I tend to scoop a bit bigger here, but this is actually all the product I'm going to need as well. I'm not going to use any more scoops, so I think it kind of evens out. Adding it into my hair is not bad at all. There is some tug for sure, but I actually don't mind it. I think a bit of tug is needed to get a full and well-rounded hold from products like this, and let me tell you, the hold is real here. I think this product is one step away from going full Super Saiyan here. It's pretty awesome. And as I work it in here, I think it's actually quite interesting because it does have some tug when I work it in with my hands, but when I run my wide tooth comb there, and even my fine tooth comb actually, it doesn't have as much tug. It's really actually peculiar. The comb actually goes through a lot easier and makes achieving a nice high volume style extremely easy. Now I gotta tell you, I think it was actually pretty cool, the fact that it had some tug in the beginning, but as I started combing it through, it allowed the comb to kind of slide through there and shape without really much issue. Of course though, I did want to check the endurance on this. I did do a full endurance test for you guys, so let's get a quick look at that. At 4 hours in, I think we're still in good shape here hold-wise. I think some of the volume has gone down just a small amount, but hold-wise, we're still in good shape. And what it's settling into here is actually quite nice. At a full 8 hours in, I think we've settled into a nice natural style here with full control still present. The volume was pretty much the same, but again, the control is there, so we can kind of re-plump it a little bit, and it's still holding. I think it's great. After 8 hours, that's awesome. I don't really think we can ask for a better result. Moving on now to the washout here, I found it to be super easy. Not much to say there. It wasn't really something that I was surprised about. I kind of had a feeling this stuff was gonna rinse out super easy, and it did. It came right out for me with just water. I didn't really feel any of the clays or waxes left in there, and actually, when I rinsed it, I found my hair very nourished too. Nice and conditioned from those ingredients, which is a great feature of any product, let alone one with a bunch of clays and that much hold. It was really great in my opinion. Regarding the scent, there are 6 scent options depending on where you pick this up. We will talk about that in a second too, but Templeton usually has great scents. He's got a great reputation for making scents, and I have not smelled all 6. I have not smelled every one of the scents that he offers, but out of the ones I have smelled, I gotta say Trailhead and Aventus are my favorites. You know, I've only smelled a couple of them, but I really love the Trailhead and I really love Aventus. A lot of people like Aventus too, so when people ask me which one would you start with, I always, you know, name those 2. But now, if I'm bringing everything together, it is my opinion that this is another great product from Templeton Tonics. I think Chris did a great job on this. I know a lot of people were wondering how this was going to go after Black Kraken made such an impact on people, and I don't see too much of a difference there besides the charcoal and a bit of dryness. I do think this one was a tiny bit dry, especially when you consider the combing. It's still dry, of course. I don't want to, let anyone think that it's not dry. There was a bit of tug there. I just think it was a bit less dry than the Kraken, and of course, Oasis is not a limited as well, so that's a big difference there. This one's gonna stick around. As far as performance goes, I think some of you that can't deal with any tug at all will probably take issue with that, but I tend to think people kind of over-exaggerate that area of things, but either way, it's there and I like it. Now, as far as where you can find this, I said we were gonna talk about this in a second. There's a couple things I wanna add to that. The obvious place you can find this is the Templeton Tonics site. That's in the description, but you can also find this at some more awesome places like the Slick Hair Shop, which serves people all over the world. They're a great shop. You can find them and the rest of the Templeton Tonics line there, but this can also be found at a new shop called the Limitless Mercantile, which is a new store opened by Cody Branson, who owns the flagship pomade company, and he recently opened the new Merc to bring all sorts of brands under one roof, and they are already open online. They will have a physical store as well too, but for now you can find some awesome brands and products at their online store, including this one here, and new brands will be added in the future, so keep an eye out for that as well. Some awesome stuff going on there for sure. But that is it for today's review. I hope you guys found it helpful, and if you did, do me a favor, drop me a like and a comment down below there. And of course, if you haven't yet subscribed, that button is there ready for you to hit it. I'm really excited to have you guys join us here on the channel. Stick around also, speaking of subscribers, stick around here in a second for the latest subscriber spotlight as well. And as for me, I want to thank you very much for once again for joining me on the channel here and checking out this video. I will of course be back to you guys again very soon right here, and until then, you take it easy. I'll see you next time.